Okay, so as you guys know, so the last update that I had was that, so a couple of things have happened since the last time we've been on together. So number one, they have released, if you guys have not read it already, they have released the toxicology report. They've released all the autopsy findings, and they have basically still are ruling this as an accident. But there are bruises on her legs and some other places. So I'm going to go back to that and say, well, duh, that doesn't make sense. If she's got bruises anywhere, so what are you saying? She tripped in the freezer and that's why there's a bruise on her ankle? Who knows? I don't know. Now, so there are many of us that still are like, we don't believe that. Don't believe it, won't believe it, can't believe it. No, I don't believe it. I still don't believe it was just an accident that she tripped in the freezer. And the reason why I won't believe it until I see, because there's still 2 cameras that there's no footage from, and one of those is in the kitchen. So when you get me the footage that shows her going in the freezer, then and only then, if you show me that she went in there, closed the freezer, I'm gonna believe that part, but I also don't believe that. I believe that if she did it, somebody possibly chased her in there. Now, we know there are 5,000 conspiracy theorists. I don't know. I had to quit watching the videos. Me and Zoe and some of the other Danielle something good, we have been watching those videos, and some of you guys, and Satin Dial, I think Lady too. I mean, it just, Chantel, it got crazy because we have been seeing everything from someone choked her, someone drugged her. There's a video of a hotel employee dragging this bag down the stairs, and everybody's like, that's her in the bag. There's another one with her. There's a hotel employee pushing a cart of laundry. Everybody's like, she's in the cart. Then there's people that have said she left out the front door. Someone killed her and brought her in the back end. There's like a 555 million Well, so it's funny, Sunray, that you say that. They are kind of sort of saying that, but they left room in the very next article. They left room for the fact that it may not be true. There's a warrant out for Kenneka Jenkins. And in that article, it says, this may not be over. This may not be the end. Kenneka Watkins is the young lady that booked the room. So there's a warrant out for her. So I'm sure when they are able to speak with her, maybe there's some updated information there. Then someone said it was gang ties. It was gang retaliation. So who knows? Someone came up to me yesterday when I was coming here and said the mother was in on it. And I was like, I said, what? Why would you say the mother is in on it? So the sad part about something as tragic as this is that I think that the Crown Plaza should have, now when they said that, and I said, what would you mean by that? They were saying not that they thought that the mother was necessarily in on what happened to her daughter, but that, which I think that's why she started back saying I'm not a sellout, because she heard those same whispers in the air and saying basically that they gave her money or whatever to not carry on this lawsuit or whatever, and, not finish this out, to get another autopsy, to release the information on the organs and all that stuff. Now, here's the very sad part of it. Crown Plaza is a major brand. I do not understand for the life of me. I don't even remotely think the mom had anything to do with this at all. She didn't even know her daughter was gone. She thought her daughter went bowling. So I don't think that at all. The Crown Plaza is a major brand. They're not a Super 8, even though they're acting like it. They're not a Super 8, Best Western. You would think that they would just go right ahead and get out ahead of this thing. They are slow playing this. For what reason, I don't even know. Okay, bye-bye, Zoe. Thanks for coming. Hey, Sanctuary, good afternoon. Good morning. I'm sorry. I'm in Cincinnati. My brain is going crazy. I don't know why they're slow playing this thing. I do not understand why. Why don't they give you all the cameras, or the camera footage? Why are they giving you, so many hours of footage? Why are they not, they're not showing any of the footage in where the kids were walking down the hotel rooms? It's a lot of other little missing parts. They seem to be releasing and controlling the narrative here, which is what I do not like. And then everyone is, exactly, but now you got everybody trying to figure out why they set her up. Then you've got all these kids, everybody was in the room, and nobody's talking. Okay? But they're afraid of being liable. The kids are afraid of getting hurt. Understand that. Hey, Smooth Fingers. Hi, Nick. What's going on? So, yeah, Nick, my daughter and I are doing a workshop in LA, I think the second week in December. So I will definitely be there then. I may be there before, but definitely we're doing an event. We are talking about that now. We're trying to get that together. I think we found our location. We've just got to work on a couple of little internal things. Make sure you guys share out for me. So are you? So here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. I think that one day when, I don't know, we're going to learn what happened. And I think it's going to be sooner than later. It might not be right away, but we're going to learn very soon what happened. And we may be surprised. Like I said, there's so much other conversation going on of things happening. People aren't telling the truth. People are hiding. People are scared. And I'm just disappointed at the moms who are related to some of the other kids that are involved, because I want them to understand, what if it was your child? What if it was your child? How would you want your child to respond? Sometimes you just got to do what's right, even if it ain't popular. The funny thing about that is everybody feels the same way. But let me ask you this question: if you feel that way, the longer what will be fabricated, sanctuary. What will look fabricated? The story. So let me ask you guys this. If you guys think that they were involved, why do you think? Yes, exactly. Why do you think it has taken them so long? Both of them have moms. Both of them. I think Irene's mom was with her at the police station. I think Monifa's mom was with her at the funeral. Why do you think? Yes, we are right now. Yes. Why do you guys think that their moms aren't compelling them to go forward? Do you think they're scared, or do you think they don't want to implicate themselves? Oh, really? Well, she was at the funeral. I saw her. Yeah, but, oh, really? Why do you say this, Sanctuary? Tell us. Do tell. This is an update. Give us some updates. Scared for their children? One of them said, I think it was Monifa's mom, said that she does not believe her daughter would be involved in anything of this magnitude that would be heinous. So those of you that are saying this, tell me what it is that give me your whole thought. I think that could be true. She does have a son. Who do you guys think is paying them? You think that they were paid? So Sanctuary said they were paid for their story, but someone else said, do you guys think that the hotel could be paying people to be quiet? And what do they have to gain from that? Because eventually the story's going to come out, because people talk. People say stuff all the time. I'm sure they've been on Snapchat and things of that nature saying stuff. They've been on Facebook. They started out early on Snapchat and on Instagram, putting up Instagrams, which have now been deleted, but... Oh, really? Oh, you're not in Chicago, Robin? Did you leave for good, or you're not there right now? So, I'm going to tell you guys this. What bothers me the most is that as a mom, I think eventually I would want to relieve this mom of someone else's gang-related. I think a civil suit should be done. I actually told the mom that. I said, you need to do a civil suit, because a civil suit You can name whoever you want. And if nothing else, I'm thinking about moving too. Isn't that's interesting? I'm thinking about moving too. My daughter asked me the other day when she came home on Saturday, she was like, it's time for you to go. I was like, right now? I got to move today, Jesus? She was like, we're going to start looking for you somewhere in LA. I was like, okay, we'll see. We'll see. My daughter said, I am moving, honey. You know what? I did not know. I have to make sure of my comments because people do share my stuff out a lot. A lot more people are following me now that were not following me before. So I have to make sure that I polarize my statements as well. So to my knowledge, I did not know that she was in a gang. I read somewhere that her brother, that possibly her killing was in retaliation of something that her brother killed someone or was involved in some shooting of somebody else in a rival gang or something, and that this might be retaliation. I don't know that she necessarily herself was in a gang. Now, in Chicago, you don't have to necessarily be in a gang for friends of yours to be related to gangs and things of that nature. That could be anyone. I had a young family member one time when I saw some gang signs on his page. I deleted him off my Facebook, and it's funny. His mom says, oh, he was just kidding around. No, you ain't gonna kid around on my Facebook page and have me in as your cousin and all that. Somebody be looking for me one day. No. Hey, where you been? Yours truly. How are you? And that's why I said I read that. It could be possible, because you know what? If you guys read YouTube, you will go crazy. There is 100 million stories after stories. There's somebody that was interviewing Kenneka, not Kenneka. Dag, I don't believe I said that. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. God, rest your peace, honey. Rest your soul in peace. Interviewing Monifa, Lamont Record, and then they were both talking to a guy on YouTube that had a YouTube account. Thank you, E. Woodard. I know that's right. So let me say this, though. Lamont Record, I don't know if you guys know that, okay, what's your take on the video walking out with some guys? I'll get back to that, Xavion. Let me write that down. I'm going to come back to that. So Lamont Record, guys, one of the freedom fighters who was Xavion. Make sure you guys all share out for me right now. Share out right now. Everybody share out. All 30 of y'all got to share right now, including me. Everybody needs to share. Xavion wants to know about the walking out video. I think if I saw like 100 videos. I think I know the one you're talking about. And I'm going to ask you about that in a minute. Everybody needs to share out right now. So I want to say this right quick. There was a video there were 3 videos that I had. So first of all, Lamont Record, one of the freedom fighters, who was one of the activists on the initial, you push these 3 buttons, and it'll give you an option to share out. The 3 buttons that are right here. Right there. So he got arrested day before yesterday in Texas. They were going down there to Dallas, I think it was, to help to advocate for the young man that got shot in Texas. He did something, I forgot, he went through the wrong line, and they arrested him. And he was going live at the same time, and so they arrested him, and that's been the big story a couple days ago. So Jedediah and Lamont Record are now in Texas on another case. So one of the other guys that I met, who has a Chicago violence Facebook group, was saying yesterday, Stand Up Against Violence or something like that. He was saying that I guess there was some discord between them. So they had a Facebook Live yesterday where they kissed and made up, and that was good. I was really glad. I wanted to go on record saying that, Lewis, Jedediah had a conversation together on Facebook Live yesterday because, and that they kind of mended that. Yes, Lewis Chamberlain, thank you. It was very powerful. I was so happy to see that. I met Lewis at the last... I'm gonna address that, Miss Trudy. Sorry, y'all, my eye is itching. It's my contact lens. I want to scratch my eye on camera. So I'm gonna talk about that too. So they had a powwow yesterday, Jedediah and Lewis, and it was very good to see these young brothers coming together, fighting for the same mission. And there's a lot back and forth, and a lot of people. This is one of those cases. So what I wanted to say, the one thing before I go into you guys' questions, is that this is one of those cases that is going to change America. It's going to change social media. Miss Teresa went from probably never doing a live in her life to over 200,000 people are following her on Facebook, right? It's not closed. I read that yesterday. It's definitely, oh gosh, I messed up my lash, y'all. Oh well, y'all gonna have to live with it. I'm gonna look crazy for the rest of this scope. But anyway, I was scratching my eye. I got some new contacts. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my God, my lash looks crazy. Ooh wee. Y'all gonna see me? Okay. This is funny. Isn't this funny, y'all? Okay, they don't look too bad. It was looking. It was throwing up gang signs. The C's for Chicago. So no, the case is not closed. Okay, Xavier, what do I think about Kenneka walking out of the temporary fix? Right. Yes, but it was like really crazy for a second. I could even see it in camera. So, Xavier said, what do I think about Kenneka Jenkins walking out of the hotel? So, there's a guy who did a video who picked it apart. Thank you, Ghetto Preacher. I appreciate that. That really picked apart that video. His theory is that when she walked out of that hotel, which I forgot what timestamp was on that when she walked out, that was the last time that she was in the hotel, that she came to her demise outside of that hotel, and that they brought her back in a side door and put her in the freezer. Okay? That's his theory on that. It's a good theory. It's interesting working theory. Because why would she be walking out of the hotel? Okay? There's another theory that says that she was lured down to the basement, kind of like a hide and seek, looking for her friends because she got separated from them when her and Monifa supposedly had left the room, and they got separated. Monifa went with one guy. She was supposed to be with the other guy, but she didn't want to be with him. Here's the thing that's interesting, guys. Here's the thing that's real interesting. Look at this. I don't know why. When you think, they should have had, this is a Keystone Cop thing if I ever saw it. I said, this is a Barney Fife investigation. I have never seen anything like this in my whole entire life. I do not understand, for the life of me, why they made this so daggone difficult. I don't. I wish I knew. I wish I knew why they made this so daggone difficult. This is Barney Fife could have solved this. Keystone Cops, if I ever seen it, it's so bumbling ridiculous. One of the things I do think is that between Rosemont and the Crown Plaza, I think that